It is no longer news that the UK has been wanting to cut down on net migration, even when Rishi Sunak was in power. So now a lot of policies were implemented. They first started with ensuring that, if you're coming to the UK on a student visa, if you're doing an MSc course, you cannot bring dependents unless you're doing a postgraduate research course or you're a sponsored government student, that you are then able to bring your dependents. So that reduced a lot of people coming into the UK with their family members. That affected significantly those that were applying to come into the UK. We also know that they stopped carers from bringing their family, relocating with their family as well. So there were a lot of policy changes that happened in the past 1 year. Now today I'm here to share with you the statistics of or the consequences of the immigration changes that the UK government have put in place for the last 1 year. So there is this document published by the UK government titled Official Statistic Monthly Monitoring of Entry Clearance Visa Application March 2025. So this was published 10th of April, which is very much recent. And the content contained work visa, study visa, family visa, data table. So let's see what it says. Now for work visa, if you can see the diagram showing on my screen, it shows that monthly application for skilled worker and healthcare worker visas from January 2022 to March 2025. So in the space of 3 years, you can see that from February 2022, that is when care workers and home carers became eligible for what is called the health and care visa. And then immediately they started the application in February. People were applying. By April, the number of applications skyrocketed. By July, it was crazy. By March 2024, by February 2024, they increased immigration health surcharge, but that did not stop the application. And as you can see on my screen, by March 2024, new care worker and senior care workers application became ineligible to bring in dependents because of, they couldn't control the number at that time. And by April 2024, the salary threshold increased and immigration salary removed. And then you can now see that immediately they removed that senior carers and carers can no longer bring in dependents. There was a sharp decline in those applying. By April 2024, the number had gone down significantly. July, October, even January 2024, you can see that the number had gone down because they could no longer apply for their dependents. So what's the whole point of coming here to become a carer and you can't bring your family members? You can as well just not come. So in summary, it states that Figure 1 shows that the monthly number of health and care worker visa application from main applicants increased from 4,100 to 18,300 between February and August 2024, following the addition of care workers to the shortage occupation list, right? So the monthly application subsequently fell to 2,400 in March 2024 and have remained broadly stable since. The fall seen since the latter part of 2023 are due to more scrutiny applied by Home Office to employers in the health and social care sector and compliance activities taken against employers of migrant workers. Number have remained stable at much lower levels since policy measures affecting care workers were introduced in spring 2024. There were 1,700 applications in March 2025. So immediately they said health and care workers should no longer bring dependents. It went down from over 4,100 that it was the peak of August 2023 to 1,700 when carers were no longer allowed to bring in dependents. You can see here that the monthly application for dependents on the health and care workers increased in line with main applicants, peaking at 23,200 in August 2023. That means as of August 2023, 23,000 dependents were applying with the main applicant. Wow. And applications for dependent decreased sharply between December 2023 and April 2024 and have continued to fall since, albeit at a slower rate. There were 3,900 applications in March 2025. So obviously only few health and care visa allow dependents, and that's the one with nursing assistant code. So not a lot of people have that. I think that's the one that they usually give within the NHS. That's the one that most people can remain with dependents and hence the sharp decline in dependents applying. Applications for dependents on skilled worker routes have largely followed and trend for main applicants. There were 3,800 applications in March 2025. Obviously because salary threshold has gone up. So who's going to be applying for the visas? It's not easy to earn 38,700 in this country per annum. hence the decline. If you also check the temporary work route as well, there were 22,600 applications for U Mobility Scheme visa in the year ending March 2029, a 9% decrease compared to the year ending March 2024. Numbers in the last couple of years also indicate the addition of India Young Professional Scheme, which held its first ballot in February 2023. So they are also telling you that temporary work visa has also declined a little bit. There were 35,800 applications for seasonal worker visas in the year ending March 2021, a 1% decrease compared to similar to the year ending March 2024. I mean, a lot of people are not really interested in seasonal work visa because it just allows you to come in and then you're still going to leave anyway. It's seasonal, it's just for 3 to 6 months, maybe extendable to a year, but that's it. Now let's look at the study visa figures. You can see that sponsored student visa follows strong seasonal pattern, peaking in August each year ahead of the academic year, with a second smaller peak in December. Figure shows that application from sponsored study visa main applicants in the year ending March 2025, 417,000 were 11% lower than the year ending March 2024. So you can see that student visa application is still also declining. Because especially the dependents, not a lot of people, if you're not studying a master's of research program now, you can, or a PhD, or you're not sponsored by the government sponsorship, you cannot bring in dependents. The dependent lines is that dot that you're seeing on my screen right now. So there's a sharp decline, like it went down from January when they stopped it. It's just very few numbers of dependents coming in. So in May 2023, announced on dependent restriction. January, most students no longer are able to bring dependent, and there was a decline, but people are still applying for student visa. That's what it shows, like especially in August. You can see it. People are still applying to come into the UK to study, because I always tell everybody, bro, sis, is the easiest way to get into the UK. Like, you will get it as long as you follow the rules and regulations. You apply for a visa, you get your admission. Even your village people can't stop you. You definitely get a student visa. So that's why you can still say that it's still at its peak, but obviously people can come in with dependents. Let's look at family visas as well. So family visa was going to its peak, and then by April 2024, they announced that family visa income requirements increased from 18,600 to 29,000 pounds per year. And then you can see that sharp decline as well. It just went down straight because it's not easy to earn all these figures. Not a lot of people are earning it, to be honest. And most time people who apply for family visas are people getting married to British, and we know that they don't work. How many of them are working to earn that kind of amount of money? So that's the thing. So that also declined as well. I mean, it's safe to say that the UK government achieved what they set out to achieve, which is to cut down on net migration. But that does not mean that if you want to come into the UK, you can come in. If you still want to come in, of course, there will still be applications being put in there. Just try your luck, select the best visa option for you. If you want to come on a student visa or work visa, just select the one suitable for you. And we are still looking for more updates. You know, UK government immigration is ever changing. There will always be updates and updates and updates. You won't be surprised that they might cancel so many things again in the next 2-3 years if they need more people, things like that. So let me know your thoughts about these statistics that they have shared with us in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, share, keep following Splash for more. Bye guys.